Storage and shortage of food. We know that we need to have a healthy and balanced diet to live and grow. However, we must be careful about what we eat. Eating stale or spoiled food can make us unwell. Food gets spoiled when it is not packed or stored properly and is exposed to moisture. This makes disease-causing germs like bacteria and molds grow on food, spoiling it. Some common signs of spoiled food are change in color, taste, smell, or texture. Food items like fruits, vegetables, meat, and dairy products get spoiled very fast. They are hence called high risk or perishable food. Food items like cereals and wheat do not get spoiled fast and are called non-perishable food. Eating spoiled food can cause diseases and make us sick. It can also lead to food poisoning. Symptoms of food poisoning are stomach ache, vomiting, nausea, fever, and diarrhea. Keep a slice of moist bread on a plate. Leave it in the open for a few days. You will observe a blackish growth called mold on it. This indicates that the bread is spoiled. Food preservation. We can prevent food from getting spoiled by preserving it. This is done by using various food preservation techniques. Food preservation makes it easy to store food for a long time without letting it get spoiled. Drying. Drying is used to reduce the water content in food by keeping it in the sun. Since bacteria cannot grow without water, the food does not get spoiled. Cereals and fruits are generally preserved by drying. Dry and cold storage. Dry storage is storing non-perishable foods like wheat and sugar in dry places. Cold storage involves storing perishable foods like vegetables and fruits at a very low temperature. Canning. In canning, cooked food is stored in germ-free, airtight tin containers. Since no air or moisture can enter the container, the food remains safe for eating for a specific period of time. The expiry date or the date till which the canned food can be eaten is written on the container. We should not eat the canned food after its expiry date. Fruits, vegetables, jams, and pickles are preserved by canning. Boiling. Milk is boiled for 10 to 15 minutes to kill the bacteria present in it. Freezing. Perishable food items like meat, fish, cut vegetables, and fruits are preserved and stored by freezing in a refrigerator. This way, germs do not get warmth to grow and the food does not get spoiled for some time. This is the most common method of food preservation. Salting. Salting is used to preserve fruits, vegetables, pickles, and meat. Salt draws out moisture from food items and thus prevents germs from growing on them. Pickling. We add oil, vinegar, and salt to raw or cooked fruits or vegetables to slow the growth of germs. This method is called pickling. Sweetening. Jams and murabbas are preserved by sweetening. In this, we add sugar to raw or cooked fruits and vegetables to preserve them. Adding preservatives. Sometimes we also add chemicals called preservatives to food items. These prevent food from getting spoiled. We use them to preserve things like jams, squashes, and sauces. Soft drinks are preserved by a process called carbonating. In this process, oxygen is removed and carbon dioxide is dissolved in the soft drink. Wastage of food. We all need food to live. It is important to eat the right kind of food in the right quantity to remain healthy. But many people around the world die due to hunger and malnutrition. They do not get even one meal a day to eat. Hence, it is very important for us to use food judiciously and not waste it. We can prevent wastage of food in the following ways. Cook only as much food as required. If there is any leftover food, eat it the next day. Take only as much as you can eat. Never leave food in your plate. Buy food products in small amount. Stacked food items can get spoiled. Preserve food properly to prevent it from getting spoiled. Shortage of food. Shortage of food can occur due to natural calamities like drought, when crops do not get any rainfall, or floods, and when crops get excessive rainfall. In both situations, crops get damaged and die. Earthquakes and tsunamis also cause huge damage to crops and result in food shortage. Acute shortage of food leads to famine when people do not get food for a very long period of time. Humans are also responsible for creating shortage of food. Food gets spoiled if it is not stored properly. For example, pests like rat spoil grains that are not stored in a proper way. Some shopkeepers create a shortage of food during a natural calamity by secretly storing food items and selling them later at very high price. Wasting food at home and in parties also creates a food shortage. Nutrients in food. The food we eat has many nutrients in it. Nutrients are special substances that give us energy, help us to grow, and protect us from diseases. The major nutrient which the baby requires are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Proteins help us to grow. We get them from things like milk, milk products, eggs, pulses, fish, and nuts. Carbohydrates give us energy. We get them from sugar and starchy food like potatoes and rice. Fats also give us energy. Ghee, butter, and oil contains fats. Vitamins help us to fight diseases. Fruits and vegetables are a rich source of vitamins. Minerals make our teeth and bones strong. We get them from fresh fruits and green vegetables. Besides this, we also need water and refuge for proper digestion of food. Deficiency diseases. When the body does not get the nutrients it requires, it leads to deficiency diseases. Some common deficiency diseases are given in the table below. Nutrient deficiency disease symptoms, some sources. Vitamin A, night blindness, cannot see well in dim light. Green leafy vegetables, carrots, papayas, yellow pumpkin and milk. Vitamin B, berry, swollen joints, thin and weak body. Cereals, meat, fish, peas, potatoes and milk. Vitamin C, scurvy, bleeding gums and weakness. Lemons, oranges and tomatoes. Vitamin D and calcium, rickets, weak bones. Sunlight, milk, egg yolk, fish. Iron, anemia, weakness, loss of weight and appetite. Meat, green leafy vegetables and milk. Iodine, goiter, swelling in the neck gland. Iodized salt, milk and seafood. Protein, kwashiorkor, tiredness, large belly. Pulses, soybean, meat and eggs. Know these terms. Moisture, very small drops of water present in the air, on a surface or in a substance. Perishable, likely to go bad quickly. Nausea, the feeling that you are going to vomit. Diarrhea, loose, watery and usually more frequent stools. Malnutrition, poor condition of health caused by lack of food or lack of the right type of food. Let's recall. Food gets spoiled when germs like bacteria and mold grow on it. Eating spoiled food can cause diseases like typhoid and jaundice and make us sick. We can prevent food from spoiling by preserving it. There are many different methods of preservation. Some examples are freezing, boiling, canning, and salting. Food is precious and we should not waste it. Natural calamities, lack of proper storage, etc., can lead to food shortage. Lack of nutrients in our diet leads to deficiency diseases.